Hi, I'm Les Wilkinson with the law firm of Wilkinson Magruder. I'm here with my law partner, Andy Magruder, to talk about issues involving Social Security disability. A lot of issues that, clients ask us about or questions they have, and we thought we'd just sort of sit around and tell you what we think about these particular issues. And Andy, we often go to a hearing and we hear the judge talk about GRIDS, some people want to call it GRIDS, but it's GRIDS, G-R-I-D-S. What are they talking about?
Great question, Les. Well, and the GRID stands for the Medical Vocational Rules, and these are rules that Social Security has put in place that apply in a number of cases, not all cases, but to make a decision in terms of whether someone's disabled or not. And essentially what they do is they take into consideration the claimant's age, education, and work background, and then in their residual functional capacity, which means the most that physically they could do on a sustained basis to make a decision in terms of whether someone is disabled or not. So let me give you an example. For instance, the GRIDS they have a separate classification for people between ages 50 and 54. Okay, so if you have a 52-year-old individual who, say his past relevant work was done at the medium exertional level and it was unskilled, okay? If that person now, if he doesn't have any special educational background, at age 52, if he is limited to doing light work, which is generally consists of standing up to 8 hours a day and lifting 10 to 20 pounds throughout the day, the GRIDS would say that he's not disabled. But if he's limited to doing sedentary unskilled work, which would generally be defined as sitting 2 hours and standing, sitting up to 6 and standing up to 2 hours and lifting up to 10 pounds a day, then the GRIDS would say that he is disabled. So it's a way of classifying people based upon their age, their educational background, their work background, and what they're physically capable of doing, and making a decision based upon whether they're disabled or not.
Is that what they call a residual functional capacity?
Yes, the residual functional capacity means what someone is capable of doing on a sustained basis. And if they, again, very broadly speaking here, sedentary work means sitting 2 hours or sitting 6 hours, standing up to 2 hours, and lifting up to 10 pounds throughout the course of the day. Then you have light work, which means standing up to 6 hours, lifting 10 to 20 pounds. You have medium work, which means standing 6 hours and lifting between 25 and 50 pounds during the course of the day. So, and generally the older you are, the easier it is under the GRIDS to be found disabled. So for instance, a 57-year-old who would be limited to light work in that situation could be found disabled, whereas a 52-year-old limited to light work would be not disabled.
Okay. That sounds good to me.
Okay.